Michael Lawrence here to give you the truth about Bridge the Gap and their course offerings. If you've seen a Facebook ad or been pushed an email or a promo for Bridge the Gap info products, you're not one in a select few. It's been broadcast pretty widely, like most new products that are launched with quality marketing are. Seems like it's everywhere now. More and more people are looking for a legitimate way to earn an honest income online. And so to fill that gap or to offer something that you see products and companies like Bridge the Gap. But here's the reason that you're here, and here's the thing that you need to be concerned about is this a scam or is it a quality product? Is this going to help you? Is it going to move you further along? Or is it going to cause you to waste money on something that's really not going to improve your return on investment? Or if you're somebody who's new and starting out and looking for a legitimate way to earn another income online, which is absolutely possible and very popular these days, to earn an income, a good income online in an honorable way, then you probably, most of all, are not qualified to judge right off the bat whether this is going to be something that's going to help you or not. So let's take a look at how we can evaluate this product and see if it's something that's good for you. First of all, I'm going to use three categories to assess it. These three categories, in my opinion, are what you ought to use when you're buying anything, but especially if you're buying an info product online. And the first one is, can it satisfy your wants and needs? Now, maybe a short analogy would kind of help us to see how this fits the Bridge the Gap product. If you needed transportation to get to the grocery store, for instance, you'd probably want to have a car or maybe a golf cart or something like that. But what if you lived on an island? Then you needed a boat. So if you bought a car, obviously it wouldn't serve the purpose of getting you there. You'd need to have a boat. So that's kind of a silly little analogy, but really it's applicable when you think about these things, because a lot of time we buy things that are really nice tools, software tools that do some really cool things, but they don't really serve our needs. They're not going to satisfy our want, and the want in this case is to give us a way to make some extra money online. So the second category, I believe, is that you need to question whether or not the product is going to be able to be something that you can use to satisfy that want. So it's one thing if the product is capable, that is, if it has the basic components, but it's another question, and it's a valid one, as to whether you can use it or not. Because a lot of people will come in and they can use a product that's because they're software engineers, let's say, for example, or they've been a geek all their life, and others would come in and be totally lost. It also has to do with how well organized that the product is. I have purchased an info product myself, a very expensive one, as a matter of fact, that had a lot of capability, but it wasn't easy for me to use. And partly it was because it wasn't accurate with what it was talking about. It wasn't kept up to date. And all the tools, the Facebook platform and all those other things are changing very frequently nowadays. So you got to have something that you can follow, that you can learn from, and that's going to enable you to use it to move you faster along the path to generating a business or an online income. And the third one is the price in line with the value of what the product that you're purchasing. And I'll use the transportation analogy again. If you could buy a helicopter to go from your home to the grocery store, and it would serve the purpose of getting you there. but it would cost a lot of money. And if it was a relatively nearby grocery store and you could use a golf cart, then the question is, do you really need to pay for that expensive tool? And that's one of the things that I think you ought to consider. So now let's bridge the gap into these and see how they score, how it comes out. Well, first of all, I like the way that it starts out by helping you to understand what you need to earn an income online and how it explains the ways that it can provide the tools you need to get started and to get started fast. And again, that's to satisfy your need to earn some money. The next category that 2 is, can you use it? And this is one of the areas that I give it a good score, but not a great score. And the reason is because there's so much in the course that I think the thing that makes it perhaps a little bit awkward for me anyway is that it covers everyone. And there are paths through it, and there are ways to go and find what you want. They even have a library search where you can keyword search for the areas that you want to go into. So it's good in that regard. So that if you need, let's say that you're a newbie and you're coming through and you need somebody to hold your hand to get your first Facebook ad published. Well, they have a module to do that. It's a good one. On the other hand, if you've got a fully developed sales funnel and you're leaking traffic somewhere in it and you can't figure out where it is, they've got a great module that talks about how to mod a pixel and to set up tracking links that will help you to find out exactly what's going on. Very sophisticated and very well done. So it's not a straight through minimum steps to do just to get your first Facebook ad published and then has another module. It really is comprehensive. So that's a little bit awkward for some. Probably it's a plus overall. The third thing is the price. And the price, I have to give it very high marks on the price line. It's a good value. It's a great value, I think. But the thing that makes it gets it a high mark, in my opinion, is that they have various ways that you can pay for it. So you can get a discount for a life membership if you want to, that includes all kinds of bells and whistles and masterminds and Facebook groups and everything else that will help you learn fast and stay abreast of what's changing. And that's a great thing. Or if what you just need some tutorials, then there's a way to get that even on a small recurring fee. So I think they did everything that they could to make it accessible for people coming in that are working on a low budget. And let's face it, if you're not making any income yet, and you're just trying to get started, until you have cash flow, you may or may not have a lot of money to put into the tools. And probably you shouldn't anyway until you know more, because you wind up spending a whole lot of money on things that either you didn't need or you wound up not being able to use. So they get high marks on that. The other thing is that there's a guarantee. Any good product ought to have a guarantee, and this one has a good guarantee. It's if you sign up for any of their programs and you try it out for 14 days and you don't like it for whatever reason, the color of the screen or whatever, they have a full refund policy on the guarantee, the satisfaction guarantee. So that shows the confidence and how much that's been put in. I think any product that you look at should have that kind of guarantee. If it doesn't, chances are they're probably selling snake oil and you need to run the other way. But there's one other thing that pushed it over the top, and a reason why I give it high marks in category 3. And that is that they set up a test drive that does a survey of the course for you. And you don't have to put a credit card in. You don't have to sign up for anything. There's no recurring fees. There's absolutely no obligation. and whatsoever. You just put in your name and your email and select a password to give you a couple of days to go run the test drive, and you can go survey all the topics, the contents of the course. Now you can't take the course, obviously, they sell that, but but you can see all the things that are in it, which I think is amazing. I've never seen anything like that, where somebody, before you put in a dime and without any obligation, would pull back the curtain and let you see everything that's there. So if I'm going to give it a rating, it's what is this? We got, get that in front of the camera. Maybe maybe not quite 2 thumbs up, but close. 1.5 anyway. I think that it's worth taking a look at. So go take the test drive, have some fun with this thing, and I think you'll feel like was worth your while to at least do the test drive. So if you like this, please tell your friends about this channel and this YouTube video. Tell them to take a look at it. Check out my channel for reviews of other products. And let me close with a quote from Dean. Change your story and change your life. So thanks for watching. See you next time.